2 at my new house. Pretty exciting. Today I named the title of this "Being Your Own Best Friend," and I did that because I've had a few conversations. It's like it's been coming up, and so I felt like this topic, and I felt like I met with several people, and it seems to be that this is the advice that they need, and so I figured that because of that I would share it live with everyone because and don't mind the notifications coming in. We got lots of exciting stuff going on. Um, this is something that a lot of people could use. A lot of people, it's going to benefit. Some people, it's going to basically help them for the rest of their life. Some people have never heard a message like this, and so I'm, happy to deliver it. It's helped me a lot in my life, and so I hope that it will be able to help you in your life. So it's really cool. When I was a kid, when I was young, I had. I remember it was like, right when kids started getting mean, around like 3rd, 4th grade, and I remember there was these kids that would always say these terrible things to me, on the playground, in the classroom, and they're just kids. Kids are mean, and so they'd say these things, and it just would make me feel bad. And so I'm thinking in my head, I remember thinking this thought, like, that doesn't make me feel very good, and pretty much everybody around me is saying things that doesn't make me feel pretty good. So maybe I should just start saying things that make me feel good. Maybe I should go against them, and maybe I should to kind of build if nobody else is going to build me up, then I'm going to build myself up. I remember having this conscious thought when I was in like 3rd and 4th grade. So I remember these kids would be like, "Josh, you're really stupid." And I would say, "No, I'm actually really smart. Thank you very much." And walk on and do my thing. They'd be like, "That shirt looks dumb." And I'm like, "I love this shirt. This happens to be my favorite color, green, right here." And they'd be like, "Okay," And so what's funny is, they'd be like, "You're dumb." I'd be like, "I'm awesome." They'd be like, "You're ugly." I'd be like, "No, I'm studly," So it was funny because it'd go back and forth like this. And after a while of saying these things about myself, I ended up kind of believing them myself, first off. But what's funny is everybody around me kind of believed them. And so I realized that there's, and it's actually a proven therapy technique called self-talk. And we all do it. Self-talk is, what you tell yourself about yourself and about your situation. And so it's funny, and I started doing this at a young age, and I started just contradicting all the negative things that were coming in so that I could be who I wanted to be. And it's pretty interesting. And so looking back on that, I realized now what that did for me later on in life. And it's, something that I continue to do, continue to negate things that aren't true about me, and determine my own positive self-image and that kind of thing. So a lot of us, and that kind of leads into what I'm talking about, a lot of us have bad bosses, right? Have you ever had, either you have one right now or you've had one in the past, okay? Now, bad bosses, they do things like they come behind you, they tell you your work was terrible, they tell you you're not doing a good job, they yell at you, they just like always have bad things to say. And so this whole, all you feel about yourself from them is bad stuff, right? It's like your job isn't that great, your performance isn't that great, you're not excited to come to work, all this bad stuff, right? Some of us are our own bad boss, right? In life. It's like we got, we're like following our own self around, and in every situation we're saying these bad things, and it's like bringing us down, okay? So being your own best friend and performing at a high level, we'll talk about that. Like, you wonder how these people go through all these really, really hard things and stay performing at high levels and stay excited about what they're doing and stay pumped up. You have these people that do that. And how do they do that? Well, one of the ways that they stay going and stay motivated and stay pumped up is that they don't allow themselves to talk bad about their own selves, right? They're their own best friend, okay? So, and again, you guys can like anything that, if I say something you like, hit the like button. Let me know you're in it with me. So these people will do things, and when that voice in their head, their inner self says something like, "Oh man, I didn't do that great," or something like that, they contradict it right away, and they're like, "No, I'm actually good. I'm good. That was just a little hiccup. I can do better. This is good," right? And so one of the things that we can do for ourselves, which would be doing a huge favor, is never say anything bad about yourself and what you're doing, right? I remember when I first started trying to lose weight, right? When I first started trying to lose weight, I had the worst time in the world, And it was long before Herbalife. I was actually in the Marine Corps, and I was overweight, but I was struggling so hard to lose weight because it was not only for my own health reasons, but I had to be at a certain weight for the Marine Corps standards, and so I was over my weight, and I was frustrated and stressed out and terrible, and all this bad, right? And all I could, and like my mindset was even bad, and so I would punish myself mentally over things that I would do. Okay, so imagine like you're headed towards this goal, and then you do something that kind of sets you back a little bit. All right, it's going to take you a lot longer to hit that goal if you tell yourself 5 bad things about what you just did. Like say you're trying to lose weight and you hit a buffet and you get 14 plates of food, right? If you right after that's over are like, you know what, we had a bad moment, we had a little moment of weakness, but I'm going to do better tomorrow, I'm going to go after it, and you tell yourself that right away, you're going to probably get back into it and have less of a effect from that little hiccup. But I promise you, if after that you dwell in it and you tell yourself, oh man, you can never lose this weight, you can never get healthy, you can never hit your goal, you're never going to be able to get on your bike and ride again, you're never going to be able to, if all this, you tell yourself all this bad, it's probably going to be like 2 weeks before you actually make that decision to get back at your goal and get back after it. So when you do something that's less than what you're capable of, that's less than your best, that sets you back a little bit, you make a mistake, do yourself a favor and don't punish yourself mentally. Don't be the one that's walking around kicking your own butt. You know what I mean? Like, don't be the one that's around there like just doing that to yourself, because it's only going to set you back farther and farther and farther. Be your own best friend. Be the person that when something bad happens and something is like, you do something bad, be like, you know what? It's true that wasn't that great, but I'm going to do better. I'm capable of more. I'm the best. I can do this. I'm awesome. One of the things we do at our team, which is super funny, and sometimes people get really mad about this, but you can actually control how you feel, right? Your own emotions and that kind of thing. Thanks for all the likes. You guys are awesome. I wish I could like you back. So, we do this thing where you put your arms up like this, right? And you just yell, I'm awesome. I feel great. And I did this to Becky the other day, and she was so mad at me, but afterwards she felt good and she couldn't say anything about it. But I was like, okay, hey, Emily, I was like, hey, put your arms up in the air. So she puts them up in the air, and she's like mad, and so I'm like, I'm going to make her not mad anymore. And I'm like, okay, now repeat after me. Just yell this. Just yell, I feel great. And she's like, I feel great. And I'm like, yeah, gotcha. Power pose, Emily knows, or Jamie Johnson knows. So anyways, it's one of those things. So you can actually do this stuff to generate your own, your own positive feelings and everything. But, that's how people perform high. And you really want to train yourself to be your own best friend. Train yourself to be cheering yourself on mentally, because if you're the only, it's you against you in this whole thing of life. Like, you're not really competing with other people. You're competing against yourself. If you can get better and better and better on your own, and you can be better than your own self was yesterday, and you can be better tomorrow than you were today, then you're winning. Because regardless, you're not in anybody else's shoes. You're in your own. And so if you can get better and better and better, then that's it. And you've got two people. You've got your outside person, and then you've got your inside person, your mindset. And if you can get your mindset to cheer you on, then you'll be capable of so many things, and you'll hit goals, and you'll live better, and you'll live the life you want to have, and you'll do the things you want to do, and you won't be afraid to, because you've got like your inner cheerleader happening. You know what I mean? So that is the message I've got for you guys tonight. I just wanted to share that, and hopefully that hits you in a way that's gonna affect you and impact you and take you a long way, because I believe that there's a lot of people out there that even if they look confident, they're inside telling themselves negative things. And what that's going to do is it's going to put a cap on your potential. It's going to put a cap on how far you're going to go in life. It's going to put a cap on your dreams. And so if you can actually, change your mindset a little bit to where you're cheering yourself on, it'll fuel you to push farther and push beyond the hurts, push beyond the struggles, and get better and better and better and better. And I truly believe that, and that's the way it's been in my life, and that's what I want to share with you guys tonight. So again, if you like this video, if this impacted you and you see value here, share it with other people so that other people know how to cheer themselves on mentally, how to be their own best friend, and how to make it happen for themselves in life, in business, in family, in the church, in the home, all of it. Because your mindset affects everything. And so being your own best friend when nobody else is around can really, really change your life. So I love you guys. You're awesome. Thanks for watching me, and we'll see you tomorrow.